Have you ever wondered why love can feel so clear one moment and so puzzling the next? There are times when a connection seems undeniable, a spark that lights up the heart, yet small gestures, silences, or shifts leave you questioning. What if the deepest kind of love, the kind that stirs from a place we barely understand, shows itself not in grand words, but in quiet actions that slip by unnoticed? Carl Jung, a master of the human spirit, spent his life exploring the unseen threads that bind us, the emotions that guide our choices before we name them. When someone is truly in love, even if they don't see it themselves, their soul speaks first, long before their mind catches up. That man who seems distant one day, then unexpectedly warm the next, might be far more entwined with you than he knows. Love doesn't always follow a straight path or arrive with clear declarations. Sometimes it whispers through fleeting glances, subtle shifts, or a presence that lingers only around you. Jung taught that what we don't bring to light shapes our lives as destiny. In love, this means unspoken feelings act through us, moving us in ways we don't fully grasp. If he hasn't yet named what he feels, his heart is already at work, revealing itself in ways his words can't yet reach. How do you know if he's truly in love? What clues does his deeper self offer, even if he stays silent? This isn't about surface signs like messages or cliches. It's about diving into what Jung called the soul's symbols, the quiet ways. A man shows his heart when you're near, even if he doesn't understand why. These signs are subtle, yet powerful, and they hold the key to seeing love's truth. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover these markers, from the gentle to the profound, and they could change how you view love forever. This journey is about seeing beyond the obvious, trusting your intuition to spot what's real. If this stirs you, join us. Subscribe to Side Effects now. Hit that button and walk with us to unlock deeper wisdom. Often, we wait for bold promises or sweeping gestures, missing the quiet shifts that matter most. Jung believed true love isn't planned or forced. It's a force that breaks through walls, connecting us to our core. So, open your heart, sharpen your senses, and let's explore. If you notice even one of these signs in him, it's a signal. He's moved by you, perhaps more in love than he's ready to admit. We'll walk through these clues step by step, and I urge you to stay until the end. This isn't just about knowing his heart. It's about healing doubts and seeing how love transforms a soul, even when words fall short. The quiet signs of the soul. The first sign is in how his attention shifts. Not the loud kind meant to impress, but a gentle focus that feels alive. He notices what others miss. The shift in your mood when you say you're fine. The new way you've styled your hair. The slight change in your voice. This isn't casual interest. It's a deep resonance, a pull from within. Jung saw that true emotions project outward, revealing themselves in how we respond. This man doesn't need to be with you daily to hold you in his mind. He brings you up unexpectedly, asks about a detail from weeks ago, or appears without a clear reason. It's not habit. It's his deeper self drawing him to you, processing a feeling he hasn't named. This isn't obsession. It's a harmony. Your presence stirring something in him that speaks without words. Another marker is how he changes around you. Some men wear the same mask for all, but when love takes root, even unknowingly, he's different with you. He might soften, stumble over words, or let his guard slip, showing a side others don't see. This isn't weakness, it's love's power to humanize, to strip away pretense. If his silences with you feel full, not empty, if he's vulnerable only in your presence, you're witnessing something rare. Jung said, the soul protects what it loves. He might check if you're safe, warm, or cared for, not out of control, but from a quiet instinct, as if your well-being ties to his own. This care, given without demand, shows you're woven into his inner world, even if he doesn't yet see it. These signs are just the start. Deeper clues emerge when the bond grows. True. Notice his energy when you're near. Words may be absent, but his presence speaks. The way he looks at you when he thinks you're not watching. The subtle shift in his breath. The ease in shared silence. These are soul-to-soul moments. His body betrays what his mind hasn't grasped. Watch how he reacts when others mention you. If someone praises you, his eyes spark. If they critique, his face tightens. Love acts before thought, guarding what it holds dear. Jung taught that the unconscious moves us, guided by feelings we can't yet name. A glance, a pause, a reaction to your name. It's his heart claiming you matter, even if he's silent. Effort is another tell. When love is real, it moves him to act, not always in big ways, but in quiet consistency. He listens deeply, recalls your words, adjusts his plans, or owns his mistakes with a sincerity that feels new. This isn't about show. It's his soul making room for you, reshaping his world to fit you in. And then, there's a sign few notice. He changes even when you're not there. His routine falters, his thoughts wander, his usual focus blurs. He's distracted, introspective, as if something stirs within. Jung spoke of inner figures who shift our core, even from afar. You've become this for him, a presence in his mind, disrupting what was, even if he denies it. A deeper transformation, love's truest mark is slow, almost unseen, but powerful reshaping of his heart. He begins to shed old habits, perhaps a resistance to closeness, a wall of self-reliance, or a life of comfortable solitude. Your presence stirs him, making a solo path feel incomplete. He opens space for you, not as a loss, but as a natural shift, as if his soul is rewriting its story with you in it. Notice if he shares pieces of himself he once kept locked. Fears, failures, quiet dreams. This isn't small talk. It's trust, a vulnerability he's rarely shown. Jung saw love as a mirror, revealing who we are. You reflect him, helping him see himself anew, not as perfect, but as enough. Pay attention to how he meets your emotions. Not all can hold another's intensity, but he tries, smiling with your joy, unsettled by your sorrow. His voice softens, his gaze lingers, his presence shifts to be near, even if he's unsure how to help. This isn't strategy. It's love, raw and unscripted, wanting to hold you through the storm. And in your absence, his truth grows clearer. Does he mention you in passing? Save stories to share? Think of you first when life unfolds. These moments, free of your gaze, reveal his heart holds you close. A bond that lingers beyond the moment, stronger than words. As this deepens, a Jungian connection takes root. A bond that transcends the ordinary and touches the eternal. He begins to need you, not as a habit born of routine, but as a balance, a calm that steadies the quiet storms within him. This need isn't loud or demanding. It's a gentle pull, a subtle shift that anchors his heart when life feels unsteady. Carl Jung, a visionary of the soul's depths, saw such connections as threads of the unconscious, weaving together what the mind hasn't yet named. This man doesn't express his longing with poetic declarations or grand gestures, but you feel it in the air between you, a warmth, a presence, a sense that your existence brings him a peace he didn't know he craved. It's as if your presence is a soft light in a room he's wandered too long in darkness, a guide he didn't seek, but now can't imagine losing. You sense this need in the small, unguarded moments. There's an impatience when you're apart, not born of frustration, but of a quiet ache, a space only you seem to fill. He reaches out, perhaps with a message, a call, or a sudden visit when you least expect it, as if drawn by an unseen force. These aren't calculated moves. They're instincts, impulses from a deeper place. Picture a compass needle, trembling. Toward true north, he finds reasons to connect, even if they're simple. A shared memory, a question about your day, a fleeting excuse to hear your voice. This isn't clinginess or dependency. It's a pull of truth, a tie that binds him to you in ways he can't fully explain. Have you ever felt someone drawn to you like this? Their presence a quiet insistence, as if their heart knows something their words haven't caught? This is the soul speaking, moving beyond logic to claim what resonates. Jung saw the unconscious as timeless, a realm unbound by the clocks and calendars that govern our days. It shapes us through unseen urges, whispers from the depths that guide our steps before we understand why. In this man, those urges manifest as a quiet devotion, a need to be near you that defies his usual patterns. He doesn't chase you to win a prize or prove a point. He's pulled by something older, something primal, yet sacred. His soul senses a harmony in you, a balance that soothes the chaos he carries. What would it feel like to be someone's calm, their anchor, without ever trying? This connection isn't about control or possession. It's about resonance, a frequency that aligns two hearts in a dance neither fully directs. He's not just drawn to you, he's drawn to the self he becomes in your light. A version less guarded, more true. He values your thoughts, not as a tactic to charm, but as a genuine need for your perspective. He shares his doubts, not to burden you, but because your insight feels like a compass in his heart, guiding him through the fog of his own questions. This is a man who might once have kept his uncertainties locked away, hidden behind a mask of certainty. But with you, he opens, laying bare his hesitations, his wonderings, his quiet fears. Why does he do this? Because you've become a safe harbor, a place where he can set down the weight of pretense. Jung taught that true connection strips away the armor we wear, revealing the soul beneath. When he seeks your view, on a choice, a dream, a fleeting thought, he's not just asking for advice, he's inviting you into his inner world, a space few have entered. This is trust, raw and unspoken, a sign his heart is turning toward you. He opens up, not for answers, but for the safety of being himself with you. This is no small thing. In a world that often demands men to be strong, stoic, unyielding, he finds in you a sanctuary where he can be human, flawed, searching, real. He shares not to solve a problem, but to feel seen, to know that his true self, with all its edges, is enough. Picture a locked door, long closed, now creaking open, letting light spill into a room untouched for years. That's what your presence does. It creates a space where he can breathe, where he can exist without judgment. Have you ever been someone's safe place, their refuge, simply by being you? This trust breaks barriers, not with force, but with gentleness, a quiet unraveling of walls he didn't know could fall. It's a sign his soul has already chosen, aligning with you in a way his mind may not yet grasp. This deepening bond isn't a fleeting spark. It's a slow, steady flame, fed by moments that seem small but carry profound weight. His impatience when you're apart isn't about neediness. It's about a heart that feels your absence like a missing note in a song. He shows up unexpectedly, not to disrupt, but to reclaim that balance you bring, that calm that feels like home. These aren't random acts. They're the unconscious at work, urging him toward you, toward a connection that feels vital. Jung believed the unconscious moves us through symbols and instincts, guiding us to what completes us. For him, you're becoming that symbol, a beacon of peace, a mirror of truth, a call to be more than he's been. What does it mean to be someone's compass, their North Star, without ever striving for it? It's a gift, a quiet power to stir such a shift in another's soul. As this connection grows, you'll notice how he leans into you, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. He might share a worry he's never voiced, a hope he's barely admitted to himself. These aren't confessions for show. They're offerings, tokens of a trust that's rare and real. He seeks your thoughts because they matter, because they help him see clearer, feel steadier. This isn't about dependence. It's about partnership, a silent acknowledgement that you're part of his journey. Jung saw love as a meeting of souls, a dance where each reflects the other's light. In you, he sees a reflection of what he could be, open, authentic, whole. This is why he needs you, not as a crutch, but as a catalyst, a presence that calls him to rise, to embrace the man he's becoming. This Jungian bond, rooted in the unconscious, is a sacred space. It's not built on demands or expectations, but on a mutual unveiling, a willingness to be seen. His choice to open up, to seek your guidance, to find calm in your presence, speaks of a love that's deeper than words. It's a love that doesn't need to shout, because it lives in the quiet moments, in the glance that lingers, the silence that comforts, the trust that holds. What would it feel like to trust this deeply, to know your presence is enough to shift another's world? This connection is a testament to your power, not to change him, but to inspire him to change himself. His soul has chosen you, not as a destination, but as a guide, a light on the path to his own truth. The deepest marker is his future. Without prompting, he weaves you in. A casual mention, "I'd love to see this place someday," includes you, not as a plan, but as a vision. These glimpses aren't forced. They're his unconscious, painting you into his dreams. He doesn't need to declare it. You're there, a quiet part of his world's horizon. This is love, not as pressure, but as flow, showing in simple acts. When his energy leans to you, when his choices bend toward you, it's real, even if he's yet to name it. His soul has decided. The rest is time unfolding. Have you seen these signs in someone, or felt your intuition whisper of a hidden love? Share your story below, or type, "She knows my heart," if this speaks to you. Your voice could light another's path. And if this moves you, subscribe to Side Effects. Hit that button and join us for more wisdom. Stay until the end for a truth to heal your heart, a way to see love's quiet power. You're not alone. You're rising.